What's your name?
I'm Rob. Rob Peterson.
Do you have an art name or a nickname?
Nope, not really.
What do you do? Like
I'm a lead guitarist in a band called The Colors.
The Colors. Cool. And you're a lead guitarist?
Yep.
Do you play any other positions?
Nope, that's just all I do pretty much.
How do you feel about your situation right now, where you're at with your band, The Colors, and your role as a lead guitarist?
Pretty hopeful, honestly. We're kind of new, and we're hoping to write a lot of our own original stuff over the summer. Because right now, we pretty much only do covers.
Got you.
But over the summer, we're hoping to start getting into our own stuff and see where it goes from there. We're hoping to get a bunch of gigs. We have a couple regular gigs lined up, so we're excited, and it's gonna be fun.
Where are you originally from, you and your band?
We're from Elgin, Illinois.
Do you feel as though that's going to be a good place for you to get your start?
We hope so. It's a pretty decent music scene up there. A lot of different bands, a lot of different unique bands. A couple of people have hit it big. So we even had there was one guy who even played on the David Letterman show with
Really?
the Elvis impersonator. So yeah, it was pretty fun.
And he is from Elgin.
He's from Elgin.
Pretty nice.
Went to my high school. I knew who he was.
So you have a connection. You have a connection right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. What's been your greatest achievement so far, Rob?
I wouldn't say I have one, other than just playing with the band and having fun and all that stuff. I mean, we really haven't achieved much in the way of public fame or anything like that, which really isn't the goal, but other people tend to look at it like that. But we really don't care about that. We just want to play and have fun.
How about your guitar skills? Do you feel as though that can be considered an achievement for yourself?
For myself, yeah. Certainly. I mean, being able to play the solo at the Stairway to Heaven is kind of nice. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that really doesn't matter. But it's just fun, It's just something fun to do, It's fun to play. It's fun to play gigs. It's fun to be with the guys.
What's been your biggest fear?
Biggest fear. Probably just having a train wreck on stage with the band, where everybody just kind of melts down and nobody knows what's happening, which I know is going to happen at some point. We've been lucky so far, knock on wood, but
Hey, it's just sometimes you got to deal with it. Just try to deal with it the best way you can.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the best fuck up sometimes. There's this one picture of I think it was Keith Richards. Or was it Jimmy Page? I can't remember. One of those two. He was playing guitar. His strap broke, and they were about to just completely melt down on stage. And whoever it was, Richards or Page, he sat down on the drum riser and just kept playing with no straps, sitting down. So he kind of saved his ass at that point, but it could have been a lot worse than it was.
So where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you see yourself in the future?
That's a good question. Hopefully still with this band, honestly. I mean, when we got into the room, I think the first song we played was Paranoid by Black Sabbath. And, we got done and it was kind of like, what was that?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of just, found lightning in a bottle a little bit,
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun to play with those guys.
We mentioned this earlier, but can you go into a little bit more detail about this, about your upcoming projects, and what you plan to work on, like in the recent future, like not like 10 years from now, more like a year or two from now?
Mm-hmm. This may be a little optimistic on my part, but I want to have an album done and out by probably the end of next year would be wonderful. So like the end of 2014. That might be a little ambitious, but that's what I'm hoping for, honestly. I don't know how the other guy. I honestly haven't talked to the other guys about that. I mean, we just kind of been going, just taking things as they come at this point. We really haven't made any plans at this point, but we're just gonna see what happens, really.
So what have been some of your influences? Like, why do you like? What are some of your influences to get into music?
Oh, goody, I get to tell the story. Okay. It's a couple of years. Now, actually, it was like probably 3rd or 4th grade. I was watching TV with my family, and it was a car commercial for Volkswagen, and it was this dude playing guitar. He had a top hat, he had a black Les Paul, he had his Converse on. Well, it was Slash. I didn't know it was Slash at the time, but he was just ripping, man. And I was like, I don't know what that is, but that's really cool. So, and that's just kind of, And finally, my father finally said to me in his most authoritative voice, Rob, your mother and I think you need to play an instrument. And I just thought, there's no way in hell I'm going to play a fucking, classical instrument. So,
Right, I get you
I'll
there.
let you guitar with it.
And you're like your dad. Okay, I'll play an instrument, but it has to be a guitar.
Yeah.
And then you just started playing guitar ever since then.
Yep.
Some people find it very hard to keep on playing. Like, it's not that they don't want to keep on playing. It's just they find it hard to motivate themselves to keep on playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it can be hard sometimes for like instrumental players. How do you work around that? How do you motivate yourself to get up every day and be like, I'm gonna go play guitar right now?
Honestly, just because I like it so much. You're not going to do something if you don't want to do it. I think that's why a lot of people quit at some point, is because they don't actually like it. Yeah, you'll play when your dad's around, and he says, "Hey, Bobby, play some guitar for me." Okay, maybe you play then, but if you don't like it, you're not going to do it. I can't motivate anybody to do anything. I can force you to do something, but I can't motivate you to do something. Only you can do that.
You don't think there's any way to motivate anyone?
No, they have to do it on their own, really. It's just kind of, either you can play a riff or you can't. Either you can solo or you can't. It's just kind of, I don't want to say God-given talent, but it's kind of God-given talent.
Do you do anything involved at like any like art kind of stuff, music involved at Knox that's part of the curriculum, or do you plan on doing anything involved with the curriculum at all?
I have been considering taking a couple music theory classes, but other than that, no, not really.
All right. Well, Rob, thank you for your time. I wish you good luck on everything, and including your album and all this other stuff, etc. And again, your bands and everything like that. And I hope you continue doing well with your guitar playing, musical choices in life. I can say your career, basically. I wish you good luck with that.
Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. It was fun. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thanks for being here.